just to keep the folks at home happy, we're just gonna quickly come back here for a second. I know I've kind of made a little video as to the preparatory requirements for this dish, and then I've kind of written in the description how it went, but I just want to show you all again. So there's 3 kinds of grains going in here. Well, you know, there's rice, quinoa, and buckwheat. Yeah, seeds and grains anyway. Buckwheat's a seed, quinoa's a seed, rice is a grain. Stuff. Complex carbohydrate or whatever. Fucking. So we've got cannellini there, packed full of protein. Of course, we've gone in with the tomato base. It's slow cooked, and we've got the porcini mushrooms happening here. So protein on protein on protein. But let me just show you. The texture of this mushroom here is something else. So once we kind of, you know, blanch it, or rather, you know, just give it the water it needs. Once we give the water it needs and bring it up, ready for cooking, it springs into life and gives you this texture that kind of replicates. I don't know if you've ever consumed in your life, whether it's fortunate or unfortunate, you knew or you didn't know, but you've consumed a former live animal, which is alive and then someone's killed it. So if you've ever consumed chicken, for example, the texture of that, this porcini mushroom, you know, goes a long way to replicating that texture. And pound for pound, you know, this is much more healthy. It's got, you know, it's battling. It's close to the same amount of protein. It might surprise you. You might find that there's a lot more protein in this. I'm going to let you do your own research. Okay? But this is unreal. This is really nice. This dish here, again, we haven't put that much sodium in there. It's really mild. We've only got a little bit of allspice. So you've got the clove in there. You've got the black peppercorns. You've got the cinnamon. You've got the a little bit of maybe cardamom. That's what makes up allspice, I think. And then we've gone over the top with some chili flakes. Hit it with a little bit of that veggie broth. You know, put a nice amount of water in there. It's just like, yeah, it's in between a stew and a risotto. The flavor is really kind of, it's not over the top. It's perfect. Give it a try. Hit up comments for some more information. And I did mention in a recent video that I was going to cover the micros when it comes to our smoothies. So it's pre-workout for some it's post-workout, for some it's just a part of their consumption, their 1 meal a day, or their, you know, bulk consumption. Now, what we want is enough by way of amino acids, right, to invigorate and kind of turbocharge growth, yeah, and to sustain longer spells of, you know, action in and around your movement, however you're gonna kind of schedule it into your daily life. So, micronutrients. How are we gonna get everything we need? All right, we need a bit of help sometimes. This isn't a shortcut. So what's this? Look, this is just one of the products available, right? But I'm after micronutrients. I'm after, you know, antioxidants. And how am I going to get that without having, for example, in my pantry every single day, you know, blackberries, acai, apples, alfalfa, wheatgrass. You know, we're going to always have shiitake mushrooms. We're always going to have our grapeseed. We're always going to have, you know, goji berries. We're always going to have chia. Look, it's close, because when we do focus on consumption, we're going to have enough of what we need. Got some dates there. Look, I'm big on my berries, so I've always got my berries, yes. Here. So I share this fridge with us, right? So don't mind if you see something that's like, we've got some mushrooms. Anyways, this for me, I like my consumption to be as simple as possible, right? So anyways, sometimes we can't have mangosteen because it's not in season. We're not in the tropics. Sometimes we're not going to have our peas now, you know, spinach, elderberry. See, so some of these foods are kind of hard to acquire. So we kind of take the extracts, the all-important minerals and vitamins from all of these whole foods, right? Just put these powders into our smoothie. So 1 meal a day, I start with my smoothie. Put a teaspoon and a half of these two. Maca. Maca's key. Maca powder. It's really good. Hemp seed protein. What we're going to find in hemp seed protein is a whole lot of action. Alright, let me just read what the packaging has to say. Alright. It's suitable for come on guys, focus. Let me just read it out to you. It's suitable for individuals looking to increase their dietary protein intake. It's an ideal way to boost dietary intake of protein. It's for those who are intolerant to dairy or gluten. And we want to move away from dairy and gluten if we're looking to reduce inflammation. And, you know, it's a nice enhancement. This is a high quality source of plant-based protein and fiber. Alright? Hemp is unique, one of the only sources of purely natural complete proteins containing all the essential amino acids. Now, all the essential amino acids. To fill out all the essential amino acid profile, one of the kind of really important foods to have in our consumption is hemp powder. Do you know what else fills out all the essential amino acid profiles? It's potato. So that grows under the ground. It's not the optimal food then. I'm after the foods that are growing above the ground. That store of energy is getting the nutrients from the ground as well as the direct kind of spectrum of energy, light from whatever, the sun or light. We can even put our own artificial light so we can grow these indoors, right? The foods grow above, you can grow it indoors. The method is called, what's it called? Oh man, goodness, what's the method called when you grow food indoors under lights, artificial lights? Come on guys. Something. It's high. Something. Alright, so what we're looking at here is the plant seed protein. We want to go a bit more into detail, into depth, right? The nutrition, all the all important nutritional facts here. So as you can see, per serving is 50 grams, and again, when I put about 3 teaspoons, it's about 50 grams. So we're getting nice 9 grams of protein, 15 grams of fats. Now these fats are good fats, right? We're going to hope so anyway. You've got 2.5 saturated, 7.6 of polyunsaturated, 5 grams of monounsaturated. So what are good fats? It's definitely not trans fats. Trans fats are the kind of really deadly ones that we want to avoid. We want to avoid saturated as much as possibly can. But in terms of fats, the fatty acids that we're going to extract from these proteins, these whole food sources, these seeds and these nuts. We're going to want to find a nice balance of omega-3s to omega-6s. This is what we're looking for. So again, I'll get you to do some of your own research, but you look up these sources of seeds and protein, nuts. You're going to find that this is in nature what we're kind of looking for if we want whole foods and we want fats and proteins from our whole foods. These are some of the best sources. Alright? That's what we're looking for. When we're looking for fats, fatty acids in our consumption, we want a good balance of omega-3s to omega-6s. Do your own research, but you're going to find canola oil, safflower oil, sunflower oil. These oils are really, really, really bad because they have a really, really bad ratio of omega-3s to omega-6s. A friend of mine pointed out to me as well when I made a video. I made a salad, yeah, put some veganese in there, and actually what I didn't realize at the time was that grapeseed oil is in fact canola oil. So grapeseed oil, which is found in the veganese, is not optimal. It hasn't got the correct balance of omega-3s to omega-6s, therefore will invoke negative arterial response, negative cardiovascular response. So it's not optimal when assessing its impact on overall human health. Again, do your own research. If you want the science, if you want some more links, if you want me to help you do your own research, I can. But if you just want me to sit down and kind of have a nice piece of paper written and discuss my own findings and, like, you know, I guess my interpretation, and then therefore I can link it to the foods and recipe ideas that I can kind of suggest all in one video like this one, then I will do that. But really, this is all for you. So one of you asked me, yep, I want to know the all-important micronutrient breakdown. So, okay, it's not so much a micronutrient breakdown. This is one step closer to getting towards where we need to be to answer the question, to look for the micronutrients, and to kind of gather what we're going to put into our consumption. Linseed, flaxseed, again, omega-3s to omega-6s. This is the stuff. This is optimal. As you can see here, is naturally rich in omega-3 essential fatty acids. Okay? Look at that. Right, interesting. Where do you get your fat? Where do you get your protein? 50 grams. 10 grams. Serving size 10. 50 serves. Some. Yeah, 5 serves. 5 serves. So there's quite a lot of fat in here. You just need a couple of teaspoons of this. And I actually do put a couple of teaspoons of this in my smoothies. When I'm having 1 meal a day, when I'm packing out my elixir, my main smoothie elixir. I love chocolate, cacao. What we're going to find in cacao is iron, phosphorus, potassium, magnesium, calcium. The iron and the sodium is in small amounts for every 10 grams. But see, iron needs to be absorbed. For iron to be absorbed, iron needs to be bioavailable. What helps that is magnesium. So really, this food right here is going to solve some issues. And I'll tell you how. Because this is not like most of the chocolate we're going to find. Most of the chocolate we're going to find is kind of clumped and kind of overly exaggerated and then effed up by adding saturated fats and, you know, really nasty fats. This is negative. Can't eat a lot of it. If you eat a lot of it, you're getting too many calories in from the fats, and we're getting into trouble because it's going to cause some arterial clogging. Okay? Atherosclerosis. CVD. heart disease, cardiovascular disease. But if you eat chocolate from here without the fat, we put it into our foods how we want it, for example in the smoothie, you're avoiding the disease and you're getting what you need, which is health. Yum, chocolate, recommended. Psyllium, recommended. It's going to help. It's going to help keep your system regular. After your big meal night, you find a few hours in the morning, you eliminate. Might eliminate in the evening, might eliminate in the morning. Anywhere between 0.7 to 3.5 times is a natural, kind of really, really beneficial, really optimal range for elimination. So we're talking about trips to the toilet for the, cleansing, getting rid of all the, stuff that we're putting in our body. So yeah, guys, just a quick little how do we eat, what are we going to eat video. Get into this more. It's really exciting. I've heated up our cousin's food. Cousin's food's in there. He didn't decide to come back and eat because he's in the room. He's being a troublemaker. He's causing some trouble. His dad's here, so I'm going to let him know. His dad's here. His dad's kind of beat the horn at him. So he's in a bit of trouble. Sean! Food! You gotta go. Someone's here. Alright. Peace. Catch us later. Comment, share, like, subscribe. Thank you.